You guys might know that I am a big Yakuza fan. I've told this many times on the channel, and we have the release of Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth very soon. It's just 2 days away, and we just had the reviews yesterday for the game coming out, and they are very positive with a 90 plus Metacritic score and OpenCritic score. And I really wanted to talk about this because this has never happened before for a Yakuza game at all. Let's talk all about that for today's video. So sit back, relax, enjoy, take a beverage, and let's get on with this very good reception for Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Yakuza reviews just came out yesterday, and they have been very surprising because Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth is sitting at a 90 plus Metacritic score and OpenCritic score. As of the time of recording this video, maybe it might drop a little bit under 90. That would break my heart, by the way, because I really want to see one Yakuza game with that 90 Metacritic score, and it finally happened for Infinite Wealth. I just wanted to go over the reviews, most notable ones, and just discuss how weird this is, because there is no Yakuza game out there with such a high critically appraised score, especially from a lot of mainstream outlets. Now, normally, I don't really care that much about Metacritic. Most of the time when a game scores around 80, it tends to be a good game. Sometimes when it scores under 80, let's say 70, it tends to be maybe a good game, but maybe has some flaws. And 90 plus Metacritic is pretty rare because most of the scores then are around the 10 out of 10 and 9 out of 10 and not really below that. Especially for Yakuza, this is weird. Most of the consensus in the Yakuza community is that Yakuza 0 tends to be the best Yakuza game out there. And I can tell you, Yakuza 0 doesn't have a 90 plus Metacritic rating. I just want to quickly see how much Yakuza 0 is. It's an 85. Of course, I do think the user score is a bit higher. Yeah, the user score is 8.6 for Yakuza 0. I think that's even a little bit too low. It can be, in my opinion, in the 88 range, because I do think it's the best Yakuza game out there. And of course, that's not for everyone the case. Some may say Yakuza Kiwami 2 is the best, or some might say Yakuza Kiwami 1. In my opinion, it's 0. But now we finally have a Yakuza game that has surpassed the 90 Metacritic score. Let's just take a look at some of these reviews, because I really want to see what makes this Yakuza game stand out from the other ones. In particular, also on OpenCritic, 90% and 100% critics recommended. That's awesome. Some 10 out of 10s from CG Magazine, GG Recon, God is a Geek. I quickly want to read some. This is from God is a Geek. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth is the studio's best ever work, giving us one hell of a story and gameplay that remains fun throughout. 100 from Screen Rant. It's hard to overstate just how important a landmark this is for the Like a Dragon series. A true passion of the torch, finally, and a game worthy of succeeding the action-based legends that preceded it. Keep in mind, guys, a lot of people, especially in the Yakuza community, are fans of the actions combat system, and when the turn-based combat system was introduced, I really loved it because I already like turn-based stuff. I like both combat systems. I don't really care about the difference between the two. But there are a lot of hardcore Yakuza fans that did not like the turn-based combat system. And we really see here from the critics side that they really love, especially this title in particular, even though it's turn-based. VGC says the following: Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth is one of the best RPGs we've played in years. Excellent combat, a wonderful cast of characters, and willingness to be incredibly weird make it absolutely unmissable. Not only that, but its full to the brim with things to do. We could have probably spent another 3 weeks with it and not finished everything. So there must be a lot of content in this game. That's not very weird for Yakuza. Yakuza's known for having all the, of course, mini games in there, the crazy mini games that you can do, and some of them go very deep. To be fair, we now have the new mini game that looks like Animal Crossing, where you can basically create your whole own town on an island. I do think that will be a very big time sinker, that one is especially. Another 100 from NME, another 100 from Shack News, the Gamer 100. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth raises the bar in every way to take its rightful place as the new peak of the series. Whether you've been with Kiryu all this time or you joined the series with Kasuga, you won't be able to help falling in love with this captivating new entry to the series that perfectly pairs the past and the future of our two favorite protagonists, and RPG typical blend of quirky comedy and heart-wrenching politeness. If it's not my GOTY in December, I will eat my Majima Construction hard hat. That is a very cool review from the Gamer. Atomics 100, Games Hub 100, The Enemy 100. Those are all the 10 out of 10s. Then the 9 out of 10s come. PC Invasion 98. IGN Benelux. I'm a Benelux guy, I'm Dutch. 95. Some of these outlets are very weird, I don't know them all. 95 Well Played. 95 Gaming Trend. 95 Checkpoint Gaming. 95 Worth Playing. 94 RPG Fan. A lot of more 90s. I'm just going to skip a little bit over them. All still above 90s. Power Unlimited. Player 2. Attack of the Fanboy 90. Let's take a look at Attack of the Fanboy. With a refined battle system, a stellar supporting cast, and the best side content the series has ever seen, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth is one of the best RPGs of the modern era. Hardcore Gamer 90. Let's take a look at this one. As familiar, the high standard has become for a series this grandiose. Not only have Ryu ga Gotoku matched the expectations set by 2020's Like a Dragon before it with Infinite Wealth, they've just exceeded them all over again. All the style and substance from the prior is here and accounted for, its intriguing plot to its assortment of side activities to a battle system cleverly integrated. So what I've been reading a lot from these reviews is a very good story, which I'm not surprised by because most Yakuza games have great, well-written stories already, but some say it's even the best one yet. Much more side activities from what I am seeing right here, or at least some of the side activities have been some of the best ones in the series yet. So the best side activities yet from what I'm seeing. Also a improved and clever battle system from the first turn-based game, of course, and I think they improved the class system as well. I also saw IGN's review. They basically got rid of those level curves that they had in the previous game, where some of the difficulty would be bumped up, and that was also one of my own criticisms with the game. I also reviewed Yakuza Like a Dragon on Ace Ice, if you guys are interested. And back then I said for this game that there were some difficulty spikes that were very, especially in the middle of the game, that were a bit disappointing, where you had to grind to match, shall I say, the level, because it's a turn-based game of the enemy. And one of my own criticisms as well with Like a Dragon, Yakuza Like a Dragon, was the fact that they were really pushing the side activities in the main storyline by you having to get a lot of money. There's a little section in that storyline that I did not like. They were pushing you to get that money, and you couldn't get it any other way but only doing the side activities, and I was not a fan of that. Side activities should stay side activities if I want to engage with them, yes or not. So I do hope they fixed that for the game at least. A lot more 90s scores, Inverse 90, PlayStation Universe 90. Then we are starting to get the 80s scores. Let's read one of the 80s to see why they would give it an 80. Dual Shockers with an 85. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth is full of content for anyone willing to sink into the beautiful island of Hawaii. While its main story may take a while to boil, it never feels quite as good as the side stories. Ichiban's adventures always entertain and delight. So here they find the pacing of the story still a bit slower. I do believe this game is going to be 40 hours-ish. Or was it 70 hours? I made a video on that. My god, I believe it's 70 hours. So that is a valid criticism if it is indeed taking a lot of time to get into the story. Now, there is 170 score. That is literally the lowest score, a 70. That is pretty good. That's the lowest score for this game. 4players.de. Despite an exciting story, the second Ichiban outing suffers from somewhat lengthy grind and filler passages that artificially stretched out the playing time. Okay, so I do think some people are not a fan of the long story. I get that. It's a JRPG though. And most JRPGs nowadays tend to have a very long story. It's not for everyone, of course. Some people want a little bit of a tighter packed story. I get that. So in a nutshell, the opinion for Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth is very positive. I see a lot of praise for the story, but some say that the story is maybe a little bit too long. I see a lot of praise for the updated combat system, for the turn-based system, and I see a lot of praise for the side activities in particular for this game. Basically, this looks to me like a just much more improved Yakuza Like a Dragon on every front. Basically, much more improved. I cannot wait for this game to come out. It's coming out in 2 days. Also, the ending has already leaked online, so if you guys are wary for spoilers, be careful where you look up information for Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. I will of course be reviewing this game myself for Ace Ice. If you guys are interested in my own review for the game, I will be doing that. This was not really a news rumor video, I know, but just the news rumor cycle has been very dry. I really want to do another news rumor video if there is anything that I can make content of, but it's pretty dry at the moment, I'm not gonna lie. There have been some rumors for a PlayStation State of Play. I might want to make a video on that, but we shall see if there are some rumors coming out for it. Let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think of these reviews for Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth? Are you guys excited for the game? I am. I really want to play it. Let me know in the comment section down below. Let's quickly do a comment of the day. Valhalla Orthodox says on my Assassin's Creed rumor video, returned to Black Flag to 100% it after hearing the rumor. By far my favorite of the franchise. Should this truly be real, I pray it's more of a remaster rather than a remake, a updated combat system, additional ease of exploration, a parkour system update, and of course a graphic overhaul without major changes to the story. Fingers crossed. I get what you are saying, Valhalla Orthodox. They shouldn't change too much of Black Flag, what's already there, because it's such a great game already. I do think Ubisoft isn't going to change too much if it is a remake. I do think they will stay pretty faithful to the original when it comes to the story. When it comes to the combat, I also think it's going to be faithful. I don't think they are automatically going to do this with the RPG systems of the more recent Assassin's Creed games like Valhalla or Odyssey or Origins. I think it will stay in that old Assassin's Creed style, so don't worry too much about that. But yeah, if you have a good comment of your own, let me know in the comment section down below, and I might feature your comment in the next video. Thank you guys for watching. As always, like this video if you like it, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more gaming news, leaks, rumors towards the biggest single player games. I normally do rumors, that's my stuff. This was a little bit of a different video, but I really wanted to make it because this news for Like a Dragon is pretty big to me, that it has a 90+ Metacritic, because there is no Yakuza game to date that achieved that yet. So pretty big accomplishment for the Yakuza community in general. Also for the devs, I want to congratulate them. Back in Japan at RGG Studios. Again, subscribe if you want to see gaming news towards the biggest single player games for PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo. I cover every platform. And of course, visit my social media in the description down below, and I will see you guys in the next Get Rekt gaming news video. Bye bye.